Hey, so this video is a way that you can get rid of that nasty center console cover. It's been a while since I've done this. What's going on, YouTube? Hey, it's John with LXPlore. Yeah, I know I've taken a little bit of a break, but you know, there's just some things that I needed to take care of for myself, and you might have seen a couple of videos that I posted about 75 hard. I have since completed 75 hard. I did sustain an injury while I was doing it. It had nothing to do with my workouts. I was actually playing paintball with my son, and I tore my tricep. But nevertheless, I completed 75 hard. I actually will do a follow-up review or video on my complete journey. It's something I would recommend for everybody to do. It might not be for everybody, but it's something that at least you can attempt. I believe that you could modify it. Hey, so this video is a way that you can get rid of that nasty center console cover. That nice leather one that you have, or maybe you have a nice one, but maybe you have one just like mine, where it is nasty, where they've cleaned it with some sort of nasty cleaner. They sweat on it, they just made it dirty and gross. And Cerullo seat covers, they posted something on Instagram. I purchased it. It was about $40. Shipping was insane, but it got to me, and the product actually looks nice. They sent me some instructions on how to do it, so I'm gonna show you how I'm changing that center console for my 2002 LX470. Hey, so you're only going to need a few tools for the job. Phillips head screwdriver, probably a smaller one. An upholstery tool, needle nose pliers. Doesn't matter what size, I picked the smaller ones, a little easier to do. And then of course, an electric stapler. So this is their center console that I was speaking of. Look how cracked it is. It's just some old leather. My hands are all wet. Some old leather. It's all kind of cracked. It's getting down to that layer that's on the inside. It was clean before, and then of course just through the years that I've owned this, it's just gotten dirty. So we're gonna replace that thing, and hopefully that it fits perfectly. And we're able to take this thing apart without damaging anything. Alright, first things first. Open up the lid. You'll have 4 screws at the bottom. It's just going to be easier to remove this whole entire thing. We'll put it back inside. So this entire insert is actually just pressure fitted into the lid. Alright, so these are just going to be 4 Phillips head screws. Ooh, just a little bit of force. So push down the edge, get in this corner right here, and then you can see where it's going to start popping out. Let's go in this corner too. Once you get it going, all right. Let me tell you, it's not a very good sound, right? It sounds like you're breaking it. But, and then you'll notice right here in the very front, this This lever right here is actually attached to the top. So this is just going to slide up now. All right. Ooh, that's kind of scary. So then you'll see that everywhere around here is going to have some staples. And what we're going to have to do is remove the staples, remove the cover, and apply new staples back inside. And I'll show you the staple gun I purchased off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description as well. If you get yourself a little upholstery tool like this has already been, you know what? That's a new brake. So get an upholstery tool like this. It's easy. It's better than using a metal screwdriver or a metal upholstery tool where you'll actually end up damaging another plastic piece. Little needle nose pliers, pull out every staple. Just remember where those staples are. It's pretty much in every little void. Right? You got one here, one there, one here, one here, one here, all the way around in pretty much every single open area or void. Right here, to take this off, because you'll have to like get this portion onto the lid. There's screws, and I don't know if you can see them, but there's two screws, one here and one on this side, that'll take that button out. So you'll need to get a small Phillips screwdriver, put it in there, and take those screws out. The screws will remain down or aim down, and then continue taking out the staples. Not bad. Looks like a cleaner version to me. As you can see, this isn't leather. It's a plasticky leather, but it's just going to last just the same amount of time, right? Or last longer. So I'm just putting it over just to get a sense what it looks like. Looks good. All right. So I already took out all the screws. Now it's just a matter of peeling this all back. So definitely work yourself all the way around. Get the sides first, and then start working on the ends. Alright, you might notice that once you peel the sides, go ahead and start peeling it, and then you'll see like this foam piece. Don't worry about that foam. There's actually another layer of foam that's on the other side of this, and this isn't the foam you need to worry about. This is the foam that actually came on the cover itself, and there is actual foam on the other side, and that's what we want to keep. That's what's going to make that padding. This other foam really is just a liner between the leather and this foam. Now you'll notice when you get this cover from Cerullo, it'll have a cutout, and that's gonna be for the button, and then the back end right here, right? That'll actually fold nicely around the back. So best way to do it, flop it on its back. So you have these tabs, and they're actually perfect to actually grip on and line this thing up. So what we want to do is make sure that it's tight, right? We'll make sure we pull up all the slack, and then we'll flip it over and take a look at it, and then we'll slowly start folding it over and stapling it down. Now take your time on this and make sure that the seams are on either side and that they're even. So what I've done is I've laid 2 down at one end, preferably the back end or the rear end of this panel. So right up top here is where the right up here is where the button's gonna go. And so now I have these 2 down, and then I'm just gonna go work on the sides. And so I'll go this side, then this side, and just work my way up, trying to make sure that it's all aligned. Pull it tight on this side. Go over and let's take a look. Looks pretty good. Take it in. Get your fingers out of the way. Make sure you're constantly massaging it so that everything is getting smooth, right? Make sure that the lines are going to be equal on either side. Fingers out of the way. Now the beauty of this is if it's not flat, right, you're having some problems here, then pull it apart. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm starting to see that I'm getting like a wrinkle from front to back. So I'm going to try to pull it tight going forward. And maybe I can remove it if it's not where I want it. So I'm going to put a staple at the very end up here. All right, that's good. That's a temporary one, right? Didn't go all the way. Didn't apply enough pressure for me. And I might have to pull these back ones out just to pull it tight a little bit. And then this one didn't go all the way through either, so I didn't put enough pressure on that. But I will take care of that later. As you can see, I got this little lump right here. So I got to figure that out. And I'm thinking, oh, there we go. Oh. So I place this back in. It's pretty hard to get the stapler in here to actually secure all this back inside. I was able to do it. It's not really exactly to my liking, so I might pull this off here and try to tighten it up a little bit. The rest of it is great. I think it looks amazing. Once you get it all straightened out and then your button's in, you're going to slide this forward. Right, so it slides underneath there. Make sure you tuck whatever loose fabric or upholstery in there, and then you're going to snap it into place. There's no real like snapping. It just doesn't. It's in there. At least I haven't heard any positive clicks. All right, it's in. Cool. Time to install it. Now the only thing is I had this slight little bump, but that might actually go away in time. Right? Everything looks good. It's all fairly even. It's all nice and tight. Definitely, I mean, there's a couple spots right there. I probably could have tightened that up a little bit, but all in all, it looks 100% better. But you know what, you can feel the indentation right here from my elbow, just driving, leaning over. But I wonder if this was the fold like when it got shipped to me. Because other than that, it's tight. So. Alright, there you have it. Cerullo. I'll put the link to their website. They do not do online sales for this particular product. I believe you got to call them up, let them know what color you want, let them know it's for the LX470. So I hope to actually put out more content this year. You know, I really miss driving my LX470, really hitting dirt trails. I went out last weekend to Superstition and it was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. It brought me to a good place. So hey, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop me a line. Stay healthy. Bye.